President Mildred García is due to leave Cal State Fullerton by next semester.
Selena Quintanilla gets her star on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood 2 decades after her death.
And the new iPhone update is experiencing glitches that has users aggravated. Stay tuned.
CSUF's president has announced that she is leaving the university to move to Washington, D.C. for another position. The news came Monday through an email to staff and students saying that Mildred García will no longer be president in January next year. Mia Agrivador sits down with García to talk about her thoughts on her departure.
Cal State Fullerton's President Mildred García has announced Monday morning she is stepping down from her position. After serving 6 years as the head of the university, García has accepted the presidency of the American Association of State Colleges and Universities in Washington, D.C.
This is a pretty bittersweet, emotional day for me. I'm excited and humbled to have been selected to be president of the American Association of State Colleges and Universities, and at the same time extremely sad that I'm leaving Cal State Fullerton. And you always look at opportunities, and I thought I'd look at opportunity and see what would happen. There are so many talented people that could have been the president of ASCU, as they say, that I figured it's an experience to go through an interview with a board that is composed of all university presidents. And so I did that, and little did I know that I was going to be the selected candidate. Be, of course, speaking to all the legislators on Capitol Hill, and of course the California legislators know me well, so I could continue to advocate for California institutions, and of course Cal State Fullerton, because I spent so much time here. So that's one way of doing it. The other way is to talk to our CSU presidents to think about how do we support them in better ways in order for them to be strong presidents in the United States and in California, and any other ways that we can help them really tell their story in Washington, D.C.
Right.
I would tell my potential successor to embrace an institution that loves the over 40,000 students that we serve, to work alongside a faculty, staff, students, and a community and philanthropic board that loves this institution and only want to see the best, and to take the energy that this university has and move it to the next level and move it to even higher heights.
For the Report program, I'm Mia Agrivador.
California drivers are paying 12 cents more at the pump due to an increase in the gas tax that took effect on November 1st. The billions of dollars in tax revenue are supposed to go towards fixing roads and finding solutions to traffic problems. But some Orange County residents are weary that the taxes will be spent elsewhere.
The California gas tax took effect on November 1st, and with it came a 12-cent increase per gallon of gas. Stations like this one off Yorba Linda and Placentia already had high prices due to their proximity to a university and freeway, but a new statewide gas tax should push those prices even higher. The new tax on gasoline is essentially just an increased excise tax and is supposed to go towards various state and local road programs, as well as public transit and traffic congestion. The bill also includes a section requiring owners of electric cars to pay a $100 annual fee starting in the year 2020.
Predominantly, I do not mind a 12-cent raise, but learning my California history, I have learned that the gas taxes that we have been having have not been going to the roads and infrastructure that it has been supposed to be.
The 3 closest stations to Cal State Fullerton all fall above the statewide average and are 85 cents higher than the national average. Most cars' gas tanks are capable of holding an average of 14 gallons, which means the tax could cost each driver roughly $1.65 per fill-up.
My car just fills up on like a certain amount, so I'm very consistent with it. But I do notice that I used to fill up with like 20 bucks, and now 20 bucks doesn't get me as much as it used to, you know what I mean?
Only time will tell if the tax will further affect consumer behavior, such as driving habits and car buying patterns. For the Report program, I'm Matthew Kirkland.
The 3rd annual Field of Valor honors veterans and current service members with individual flags each dedicated to their name. Reporter Gabriela Castanilla went to Handy Park in Orange County to find out more.
For the third year in a row, the Field of Valor in the city of Orange is honoring veterans and those currently serving in the military. The field is made up of 1,776 flags dedicated to different men and women and their achievements while in the service. Many locals from Orange, since the beginning, have been more than happy to donate materials and give a helping hand to make this tribute possible.
What we've asked our community to do is step up and purchase these flags, and all the money that we receive from these flags goes toward veterans' causes in the community. And year to date, the first 2 years, we've raised $50,000 that's gone out to veterans' causes, and this year alone.
Community members hope that this will be a place people can visit with their families and feel comfort and a sense of pride.
But it's a very safe place, and it's a place people can come and be thanked. There's healing, there's a lot of camaraderie and a lot of friendships that are built as a result of coming out here and meeting other veterans, and just people having a chance to express their thanks for what these men and women have sacrificed on our behalf. So that's the purpose of the field.
Families are not the only ones that attend this tribute.
And we've also taken the time to involve elementary school students. We are busing about 700 to 800 kids out here this week to teach them about the flag and what it means and how it got here. And we have all the historical flags to describe.
I was lucky enough to meet a former Marine, Albert Adams, who was celebrating his birthday and came to see the flag honoring his name for the first time.
I served Vietnam 1972 to 1973 in Bien Hoa, Vietnam.
Albert gave me the honor of attending his flag with him for the first time, and he read some of his achievements while serving as a Marine.
Republic of Vietnam Campaign Military Ribbon, Vietnam Presidential Unit Citation, Navy and Marine Corps Military Ribbon.
The Field of Valor is open every day from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and is going to have a closing ceremony at 4:45 p.m. on Veterans Day. I'm Gabriela Castanilla with the Report Program. With Veterans Day coming up this Saturday, Cal State Fullerton has held a number of events honoring service members this past week. Our reporter, Terry Gaines, went to Veterans Resource Center to find out what services are available on campus.
With Veterans Day taking place this upcoming Saturday, California State University Fullerton's Veteran Resource Center is hosting a series of events, one of which, the Veterans Wall of Heroes exhibit, honors Titan students, faculty, and staff who served. I spoke with Melissa Romo, Programs and Services Coordinator in the Veterans Resource Center, to find out more about the exhibit and what resources veterans have available.
So anything from a comprehensive veteran wellness program. We have resources from free scantrons provided by our SVA. We do social events, we do family events, all kinds of services, and even to mental health support if that's what they need. So we try to really cover that range and to help them get ready and prepared for the career world.
According to Romo, highlighting their unique experiences is key in the resume building process.
Veteran-specific career programs, career readiness, so that way they can have their resumes and cover letters tailored to their experience as a veteran and translated into how that would be in the workforce.
The exhibit itself has grown over time, with the end goal being a gallery of pictures and artifacts.
It used to be an exhibit, or at least a wall display, in the quad, in the Titan Walk. And we would have a small ceremony for it. And that has transformed into now we want to make it this exhibit. And thankfully the library has allowed us to do this for the remaining of the semester to honor our students. And hopefully next semester we want to have a full-on gallery exhibit. So it's been transforming.
The services and programs available are the university's way of showing appreciation to the on-campus veteran community. I'm Terry Gaines with the Report Program.
Just over 20 years ago, the Northridge earthquake occurred here in Southern California. But since then, thousands more earthquakes have shaken our world and created havoc and devastation. Our reporter, Alyssa Ruiz, spoke to a CSUF professor who experienced the earthquake firsthand.
Today, Professor Frank Russell spends his days teaching at Cal State Fullerton. But that wasn't the case on January 17, 1994, the day of the Northridge earthquake.
The Northridge earthquake, that was the scariest 15 seconds of my life so far.
At 4:31 a.m., a 6.7 magnitude earthquake struck the San Fernando Valley. 57 people were left dead and thousands injured. The epicenter of the quake was located in Reseda, just south of Northridge, where many people mistake the actual epicenter to be.
Well, most earthquakes, you feel movement side to side. With the Northridge earthquake, you felt movement up and down. It was suddenly dark. It took a few seconds of shaking as it built up to become very clear that this was going to be one of the most severe earthquakes, at least in my life.
And earthquakes continue to shake our world. During the month of September, Mexico was hit with 3 large earthquakes, the biggest being an 8.1 magnitude. The total death toll for all 3 earthquakes combined was over 400. As California awaits the big one, a long-predicted earthquake that is to occur along the San Andreas Fault, it is recommended residents know what precautions to take to be prepared.
You should have a flashlight, you should have a portable radio. Geologists say you should have enough food and water to last a couple of weeks. It's possible that you might be on your own for quite some time.
The Northridge earthquake will go down as one of California's most famous and deadliest earthquakes. All we can do now is stay mindful and prepared for any possible future earthquakes. I'm Alyssa Ruiz for the Report Program.
Do you guys have your earthquake kits ready?
I definitely do not.
I do. I know how important it is, so I went to the market. I got a lot of cans and flashlights. I mean, you definitely need to be prepared.
Yeah, my sister made an Amazon wish list of everything we'd need to be prepared during an earthquake.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Coming up next, our next stories will cover last week's visit from Milo Yiannopoulos and the unveiling of Selena Starr in Hollywood.
Welcome back. Last week, conservative provocateur Milo Yiannopoulos spoke at Cal State Fullerton. Our reporter, Terry Gaines, was on the scene to get the perspective on the ground.
2 very different events took place on Halloween at California State University Fullerton. Just outside of the library, the student-organized Unity Block Party was underway in response to conservative commentator Milo Yiannopoulos' speech inside of the Titan Student Union. I spoke with Liz Sanchez, one of the lead organizers of the event, to get her perspective on the purpose of the festivities.
Milo Yiannopoulos is coming to speak at Cal State Fullerton today, and we want to have a form of resistance, but also providing safe spaces and making sure that that we, contributed to the movement that had a longer lasting impact.
Liz went on to say that Milo's appearance on campus is a violation of the school's discrimination policies.
He does not have the right to speak here because we have policies like Title IX, discrimination policies, civility codes that are supposed to protect diversity and protect the civil rights movement and to protect, minority students who have fought to be here.
In just a couple of hours, Milo will be speaking in the Titan Student Union. Behind me, however, protests have begun. Claudia Brick, one of the protesters, shared her thoughts on the night's speech.
I'm here to protest the right-wing nutcase roadshow. He absolutely has a right to be here and to speak his mind. I also think that we are louder, we have a better program, and we're more likely to garner more support.
Shortly after 4 p.m., tensions escalated into violence. Police made their presence known during the chaos, and as the night went on, made 8 arrests and subsequently cleared the Titan Walk. The campus reaction to Milo's appearance makes one thing certain. Both supporters and protesters passionately defend their views. I'm Terry Gaines with the Report Program.
Our reporter, Emma Perla, checks in with students about how they are dealing with school stress.
It's that point of the semester here at Cal State Fullerton. Midterms are over, but we still have a few more things to do. It's November and the weather is finally changing here in Southern California. Cal State Fullerton students just survived midterms, and we're so ready for that Thanksgiving break.
November is always not good. It's my 7th semester here, and every time November rolls around, I'm like, all right, things are about to get really stressful, so I'm just kind of preparing for that. I try to do nothing for as long as possible. And then when it comes around, you kind of just kind of crap.
I also spoke with senior and mother of two, Lauren Esqueda, and she tells us how she unwinds.
Because everyone at the end of the semester usually is just like stressed out of their minds, so I'm just trying to like take it one thing at a time so that I don't overwhelm myself. I like to go to concerts, so if I can go to a concert, you know, once a month, that totally makes me happy, gets me in a better mood, makes me want to, you know, be active in what I'm doing at school.
If you or someone you know is dealing with a lot of stress or anxiety, our campus offers a lot of resources that can help. We have wellness programs that offer workshops to help you deal with the stress and identify how it impacts you. Getting Over the Hump Wednesdays helps you find time to relax. You can find more information under the Counseling tab at fullerton.edu. For the Report Program, Emma Perla.
On November 3rd, the queen of Tejano music, Selena Quintanilla, was honored with a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Our reporter, Victor Chilico, attended the memorable event.
22 years after her death, the queen of Tejano music, Selena Quintanilla, is being recognized with her own star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Selena broke barriers in the music industry. For a Latina woman, she was an icon. At the age of 23, she was killed by a business colleague. On November 3rd, she was honored with the 2,622nd star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Days prior to the star revealing, Suse Quintanilla, Selena's sister, shared some pictures of herself in the process of making the star. The recognition came 2 weeks after she was featured in one of the Google Doodles. The ceremony took place in front of the Capitol Records building, which drew in thousands of Selena fans.
Amazing that after 22 years later, she was able to bring all these people together to celebrate her, celebrate the Mexican-American community.
Muy contenta por ella, y más porque es una estrella latina. Entonces, hoy en estos días, pues, qué mejor que conmemoren la memoria de ella, honrando con su gran talento.
Not only were Selena fans present, but many of them even came dressed in their favorite Selena outfit.
I love purple, and I loved her last concert, so I had to make one.
De mi traje, bueno, sinceramente me ayudó mi esposo a hacerlo. Lo puse al revés y un poquito de ingenio y fui y compré la Shakira a Walmart y aquí está.
Suse Quintanilla accepted and revealed the star. Selena's husband, Chris Perez, her family, and Eva Longoria were all part of the ceremony. Once the star was revealed, fans danced and sang with love and excitement through the streets of Hollywood, remembering the queen of Tejano music. For the Report Program, I'm Victor Cholico.
It's been 22 years since the late singer superstar Selena sang her last song. The singer was finally honored with her own star on the Hollywood's Walk of Fame, attracting record-breaking crowds, showing that her legacy is alive. Our reporter Jessica Cardenas has more on this story.
The legacy of Selena Quintanilla has lived on for more than 2 decades. Now, the Queen of Tejano music has her star here on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. 4,500 fans gathered in front of the iconic Capitol Records building for a special unveiling. Superstar Selena's star. Record-breaking crowds on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, transcending Selena's legacy today.
The goal isn't to live forever, but to create something that will. And I think tonight is a perfect testament of that.
In a special 9-time ceremony, hundreds of fans paying tribute to Selena. Her influence kept alive with her music and style, thanks to the thousands of fans that honor her.
That this star is not only for Selena, it's for every Latina out there who has ever had a dream.
Days after the unveiling, fans paying tribute to her star.
I could only imagine how big she'll be right now, and I'm pretty sure she'll be here in Hollywood right now. She will definitely have a star.
I just feel so much happiness growing up watching her perform, what she inspired other people to do.
Just last year, Selena charted on Billboard's top female Latin album of the year due to a generation that loves her.
Una vez dije que te amaba. It's very nice that she's still alive. You know, she's not gone.
She's personally my idol, my hero.
In LA, November 3rd marks as the official Selena Day, a date that honors the unveiling of her star.
And with Selena's star, her legacy and memory will continue to live on. Jessica Cardenas for the Report Program.
Last Friday, the famous Tejano music star, Selena Quintanilla, finally received her star in Hollywood 22 years after her death. Fans from across the globe are coming to celebrate this memorable moment. Reporter Clarissa Rico has more on the story.
Last Friday, Selena Quintanilla finally received her long-awaited Hollywood Walk of Fame star, 22 years after her death. The ceremony drew in record-breaking crowds with over 4,000 fans coming to see the unveiling of the star that is located near the front of the Capitol Records building, where Selena herself had been many times before. The ceremony took place Friday, November 3rd at around 6 p.m. and in attendance was Eva Longoria, who spoke briefly about the impact the Tejano star made on the Latino community.
Star is not only for Selena, it's for every Latina out there who has ever had a dream.
Selena's family was also in attendance along with her husband Chris Perez and her sister Suzette Quintanilla.
Selena said, "The goal isn't to live forever, but to create something that will." And I think tonight is a perfect testament of that. So thank you so much on behalf of our family and on behalf of Chris for this beautiful honor that you are allowing us to have of our beautiful Selena. Thank you.
5 days after the ceremony, and the star is still bringing in fans from all over the globe wanting to see the famous singer-star themselves.
For me, it's just a really big deal because I always considered her kind of the queen of where I'm from. So it's just weird to see kind of that piece of poem, I guess, here. Lost for words.
She's always been very inspirational. I don't understand what she's singing, but she just power music.
Yeah.
And she's just so talented, and her music's timeless.
Selena was fatally shot by the president of her fan club, Yolanda Saldivar, who is currently serving a life sentence. But the tragedy of her death has not overpowered her legacy. Selena has continued to inspire a new generation, and her memory lives on.
The city of Santa Ana invited the entire community to their annual Noche de Alteres event. Chilo Lagunas has the details.
In the Latin community, the month of November is best known for their celebration, Dia de los Muertos. Many took the time to celebrate and remember their loved ones who have passed away. A participant of the event shares what she used to decorate her altar.
Actually, I painted and did everything with greens, beans, rice, chia seeds, and then I painted all the skulls and did the calaveras.
Residents of Santa Ana, Fernando Martinez and Daisy Lagunas shared their thoughts on the event.
I think it's wonderful that the community comes out and celebrates with us. It's a great turnout. I think we're going to get more people as time progresses. But it's wonderful to see everybody come in and enjoy, and then remember those that have left us.
Personally, my favorite day is Dia de los Muertos, just because the colors are so vibrant. It is one of my favorite events to come to. This is my first time coming to this event, but I really enjoyed it.
Face painting was available for everyone all day, including food and entertainment. Every year, the Centro Cultural de Mexico organization presents the event Noche de Altares in the community of Santa Ana.
We love Noche de Altares.
As you can see right behind me, 4th Street in downtown Santa Ana is filled with people celebrating and recognizing all the altars. Xochitl Lagunas reporting for the Report Program.
So have you guys ever been to a Dia de los Muertos event?
You know what? For being half Mexican, I can say that I have not.
I haven't either, but that looks really fun though.
Coming up, the new iPhone update is experiencing troubling glitches.
You ever think about buying a bigger place?
Just waiting for a visit from the credit fairy.
There is no credit fairy.
How else will I get a better credit score?
Look, you keep your credit card balances low and only open a new card if you really need it.
No fairy?
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
Welcome back to the report. If you have an iPhone and recently updated to iOS 11, then you may have been subjected to a weird glitch on the keyboard. The letter I key does not seem to be working. Tyra Majors has the latest report.
If you're part of Team iPhone and you recently updated to iOS 11 or have the iPhone X or iPhone 8, then you've probably been subjected to this weird glitch. Every time you type in the letter I, it comes up to this weird A exclamation point symbol. Like, what is that? You're headed into Apple to see what's up. Apple is a billion-dollar company. The iPhone is the #1 smartphone in the world. Why are they still having so many malfunctions with their products? This new glitch autocorrects the letter I to an A with a weird Unicode symbol, also known as Variation Selector 16. This keyboard malfunction affects how text appears in messages, Twitter, Facebook, and other apps. This glitch is significantly ruining people's tweets. Take a look at these. Hashtag #love real people. Genuine, honest, caring, loving people. Seriously, as much as hashtag might complain, sometimes hashtag appreciate the hell out of my parents. Love those. Apple has acknowledged the issue and promised us a fix in the next iOS update, but when will that happen? In the meantime, the company has offered a workaround to temporarily solve the problem. Here's how to fix it. So you're going to go into your settings, scroll down to General, click on the keyboard, then from there, you're going to go to Text Replacement, click Add to add a new one, type an uppercase I under Phrase, and type a lowercase I under Shortcut. That should solve the glitch for now. We'll see.
The reason for that problem is there is no reason why. You just have to go through nobody has figured out why that problem is occurring. It's probably the update. Your best option would probably be that shortcut that I recommended, or my my manager recommended for now until the next update, and they should fix that problem.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Reporting for the Report program, this is Tyra Majors.
Shark attacks are on the rise in SoCal, and beachgoers are scared to go in the water. What can be done? Well, a telecommunications company out of Australia may have the answer. Robbie King heads down to Newport to find out more.
People all over the world have always had a fascination with sharks. From movies and commercial dives to an entire week of the year dedicated to the prehistoric predators. But shark attacks are on the rise. But why? And what can be done? According to the experts like Dr. Chris Lowe, director at the Cal State Long Beach Shark Lab, there are a multitude of reasons why, like warmer waters and increase in human and shark populations. In Australia, this has become a very real problem. Even closer to home, triathlete Maria Corksmaros was bitten by a shark in 2016 while swimming at Corona del Mar. The mother of 3 described the experience to the OC Register while recovering in the hospital.
Teeth were going into me and then they let go, and it was like a big dog bite, but a shark.
So what can be done? Protesters are already up in arms against culling, which is selective killing of a species, so that plan is a no-go. Well, what has been developed in Australia is a new take on an old technology. Optus, the second largest telecommunications company in Australia, is using its large network to help set up a shark mitigation system that can detect sharks before they have a chance to attack. What was invented was the Clever Buoy. This device floats out in the ocean 24/7, 365 days of the year, and uses sonar to detect a shark swimming signature. It then sends a signal in real time to one of Optus's satellites, and from there, notifications can be sent to lifeguards' smartphones, who can properly alert the public. These systems are already in place in Australia, and now, SoCal is getting in on the action. Representatives in Orange County approved a $1 million budget to be used to set up 6 of these buoys along the Corona del Mar coast, with a further $10 million on the table should the trial be successful, to install these buoys at 6 other beaches along the coast. Representative Dana Rohrabacher is excited about the new technology.
It's important for a humanitarian aspect in terms of protecting human life, but it's also important for our economy.
Project managers hope to have the buoys installed and running by Memorial Day 2018. This will keep all beachgoers safe and allow them to keep having fun in the sun.
The Natural History Museum of Los Angeles has been making their guests skin crawl since mid-September with the help of their eight-legged friends. Reporter Matthew Kessler has more.
I'm here today at the Natural History Museum in Los Angeles, where they're showing the community a lighter side to spiders. Braden, an expert in the topic, took me on a guided tour, and this is what I learned.
Hi folks, my name is Braden Meredith. I'm an educator here at the Natural History Museum, and right now we're inside the Spider Pavilion. The Spider Pavilion is open from about the beginning of September until November 4th. And you can actually see a lot of different spiders in here up close. These are all orb-weaving spiders, which means that they're going to be building those huge spiral webs, and they'll be sitting right on top of those, and you can get a really close look at them. And that silk that they're making too, there's a whole bunch of different types of silk in that one web. There are non-sticky threads, there are sticky threads, there are really strong bridge line threads. So spiders can make a lot of different types of silk from that one body. So it's an amazing material that we're trying to actually see what kind of different applications it can be used in, like medicine and whatnot. It's a very strong material. This is a gold silk orb weaver, and she is the largest orb weaving spider in the United States. She's not a native to the LA area. You would find her around the Gulf states and also within kind of Central America and all the way down to Argentina as well. This is a silverback spider's egg sac, and in that egg sac are hundreds of little baby spiderlings.
I wasn't the only one interested in what Braden had to say. Children of all ages accompanied by their parents were captivated by the spiders and Braden's expertise. Unfortunately, the Spider Pavilion is no longer available. However, there will be a new tattoo exhibit opening November 19th. For more information, visit their website at nhm.org. For the Report Program, I'm Matthew Kessler.
It seems behind every big franchise, there's an army of dedicated fans. Reporter Nicole King decided to take a look into what attracts these superfans to show their commitment.
From Beatlemania to Believers, Trekkies to Twihards. The big question is why, and what attracts these fans to take their dedication to the next level.
28 hours. Yeah. Since like 4 o'clock. Since yesterday, like around 9 a.m. Since 11 a.m. yesterday. Harry Potter!
It seems behind every great franchise, there's an army of dedicated fans. I also spoke to a Biola film student, Brian Perry, who spoke to us about his super fandom and what inspires him to bring him back to the movie theaters.
I mean, I've camped out for like, when the third Star Wars film originally came out, I camped out with a bunch of friends. There was a lot of friends there. There was like a lot of people who were in tents. There was a lot of people dressed up. And that's kind of like what's always cool about going to a midnight premiere is you get to see a little more, you get to see more of the fan base than you would with like just a normal movie-going experience where you're just kind of in the room with like the people who are able to wait to watch the movie. It's kind of that kind of thing that makes it fun. It takes a very special kind of like fandom to like want to see this stuff. Like speaking from me just being a nerd myself, reading comic books and things like that, it takes a lot of like really enjoying the medium to really want to like do something like this, because it's not, you're not just going to go to stand in line. Nobody goes to stand in line. People go because they really enjoy the medium, and then also it's just kind of like the fun experience of like seeing all the people, like especially at something like Star Wars, which is such a big multi-million-dollar thing. You're gonna see all walks of life. I've seen stormtroopers, Jedis, I saw a Chewbacca once. You see all kinds of stuff, and it's very cool.
Reporting for Cal State Fullerton, I'm Nicole King.
Christmas seems to make an appearance earlier and earlier every year. It seems as though they are becoming more about spending money rather than spending time with loved ones. Reporter Mark Jamali finds out more.
The holiday season seems to start earlier and earlier each and every year. Places such as the popular arts and crafts store Hobby Lobby have had their Christmas decorations and trees out on display as early as July. Some Target locations have had their Christmas trees and supplies on display since the last week of October. Other stores, such as Nordstrom, make it a point to decorate and celebrate one holiday at a time. The demand for a nicer gift is also at an all-time high. Children today expect technologies such as drones and iPads that adults did not have access to 10 years ago. Is the holiday spirit slowly fading away as the holidays become less about spending time with the family and more about spending high dollar amounts on gifts that new generations are expecting? Does marketing the holidays early have any correlation with the types of gifts that people are expecting? According to Saman, her youngest had a requirement for an iPad for her classes in elementary school, which was much different with her oldest, who was not required to buy any type of electronics other than a simple calculator to get through elementary school. It seems as though as technology improves, whether that's electronics or makeup, the demand becomes higher and the generations demanding it get younger as they are exposed to these products at a young age. With the Report Program, I'm Mark Chamali.
A new app called Meetup that allows people to connect with others that have the same interest. Reporter Miri Sanada has more on this new app.
To find out more about Meetup, today I'm at Orange County American-Japanese Friendship and Language Meetup. Have you ever heard of the app Meetup? According to the website, Meetup brings people together in thousands of cities to do more of what they want to do in life. If you like running, you will find the group that likes running. Joining the group, you can meet new people and make friends who can share what you like. I opened the door and found about 20 people chatting in Japanese, learning Japanese, and sharing their Japanese interests. This meetup group had their meetup every Tuesday night at Urban Play in Irvine, and whoever available on the day shows up to enjoy drinking and eating while they're chatting.
This group is a Japanese social group. It doesn't pertain only to Japanese culture. It does have a large variety of ethnicities, but has probably 50% Japanese.
Locals seem to appreciate the cultural exchange opportunity.
I'm taking Japanese 1 at school right now, so I needed help with like a tutor or something kind of like that.
So I joined this group in order to refresh my Japanese, learn to speak better, if that makes sense, meet other Japanese people.
Meeting with this meetup group, I found people use Meetup to enjoy what they like to do, making new friends. This meetup group will be back here next Tuesday.
I think that looks cool. Get to make friends, go get dinner. Looks like fun.
Yeah, I won't be signing up.
I don't blame you.
And I don't do online dating.
That concludes this week's Stories for the Report. This show is brought to you by the students here at Cal State Fullerton. Thank you for tuning in and see you all next week.
That was a good show.
I thought it went well.